off, guys. I'm going to do part 2. Okay, guys, so first and foremost, Vienna Online, how do you drag photos into your document, though? Okay, so a few ways you can drag your documents. So personally, I would always open up the document onto a new tab. So you would go to File, Open, and find the image that you wanted to bring in. And Photoshop takes a lot of formats. You can see here. They can bring in a lot of formats. So what's this tech portable stuff? I don't even know what that is. I should probably have maybe take a look at it. But anyways, this picture of this stuff. Here it is. And so Vienna, I'm here. Now I can, first and foremost, watch this, Vienna. I'm going to show you. You can click and drag the photo. Be patient when you do this. Onto your Untitled tab, and then be patient. Don't let go of your mouse. Like right now, I'm clicking and holding. Put it onto there, and then let go. Okay? Now, this picture was taken with my camera, so it fills up. Internet images become small because they're just small in resolution. Okay? This is why I kind of force you to take 5 photographs with your camera, so the resolution is really nice. Okay? So that's one way, and automatically, Vienna, it should be in its own separate layer on your collage. Okay, so with that being said, now what I did before is with the file open, if there's something you want from it, like say, for example, I wanted this box. Okay, well, let's get the pencil since we just learned it. Oh, that's weird. Okay, and I said to the computer, let's just click here, click there. A box is easy to do because it's geometric, just straight lines. So this is a nice tool to use. And again, you pick and choose what method. You want the magnetic lasso. You want to use, oh, do I get the bag? Oh, whatever. Just imagine the bag was there. Okay, so I masked it. Sorry, no, I haven't masked it. I pen tooled it around it. I can do so remember, there's 2 ways to do this. And I think I'm alluding to the other method where you right click and you say make selection. In this case, this is not a bad method to use because you just want it quick. You don't care for the vector mask. You're happy with the result. You just want the accuracy of the pen. Then you get your move tool and you say, all right, I want that masked area. Click and drag and bring it in. And that's one way of extracting that. Okay, so let's go back to the tech portable one. Let me go back a step. Well, Mr. Almeida, you showed us the other way. Okay, sure. You want to do that way? No problem. You get your pen tool again. You say you want to mask it. The layer becomes there. And now I think you have to, because be careful. If you move it, I think you just move. Let me just double check here. Got to move the object. Yeah, move the object. Be careful. When you click this part of the icon, you'll move the mask. So be careful. Make sure you're clicking the photograph aspect of the layer. See, that's highlighted and that's not. That's very critical. A lot of students do that mistake and they end up just moving the mask and they get frustrated. You want to bring the object together. So make sure you bring, and there you go. Notice, did you see what happened? The layer mask information was copied over when you dragged it. Okay, so whatever method you choose. So in this case, the nice thing about the layer mask, if I zoom in, is I made a mistake. Let me go back to my mask. I'm highlighting it. Go to your direct selection tool if you've never seen this step before. So my direct selection, go to your vector path, click on the node that you want to, and adjust. Okay? The other way of just masking it doesn't give you this ability to correct your vector points. This is why vector masks are so nice. They give that ability. Okay? So, Vienna, did I answer your question and bring you things over? Could I have just copied and pasted it? Yeah, that can work too. When you press Command C and Command V, or Control C if you're on a PC, and Control V as well. So if you mask an area and copy and paste it, that works as well. Francesco, go ahead.
I have a
How old is, sorry?
Like how old the photos are when it's not even checked.
Well, remember the first 5 photographs have to be your own, taken recently, but the other images, I don't care. If they're your own, off the internet, I don't care. So if it's a picture of you as a baby, oh, okay, put that in there. That's cute. But the 5 that I want have to be recent. Like, I like spaghetti. Okay, boom, you take a nice picture of pasta yourself. Ma, let's go. I need for homework. Okay. All right. All right. So this is kind of review. Let's go over some of the fun stuff. Now, guys, this is getting cluttered. I don't want that photograph of all the stuff. Let's go into it. And if you don't know, you can highlight a layer and press delete. Do not show this again because I am confirming that this is gone. So I got rid of that layer and all my other objects. So guys, the goal with this lesson and this project is learning how to layer and move things around. For example, if I wanted this box, I auto select layer, okay? So there's the layer, I'm selecting it. I can move it around. If I want to put things behind, so right now there's a few things on my collage that are hidden, the YRA logo, for example. Why can't I see it? Well, it's behind. If you want the wire logo to be above things, let me just increase this layer dialog box here. And remember, it's all about pecking order. So now it shows up. So it's there, just it was hidden behind the Volkswagen. So make sure you understand how layer order works. You can move things around afterwards. Oops, let's make sure I'm on the right layer. Oops. It's touching it all the time because it thinks the transparency, whenever I click it, it thinks I'm trying to trust the van. So let me lock that layer so I don't touch it. Does that make sense? Wire layer goes right there. And happy. So if I need to move the van afterwards, just keep be cognitive that you locked it, right? And you need to unlock it afterwards by clicking that. Oops, sorry. Click the layer and then click that. All right, cool. Text tool. You want to write your name, okay? So there's a tool right here. I'm gonna click and hold. There's different options for it. Once my screen. Uh-oh. Just ruins my flow when the computer doesn't want to do your task. I think I'm due. We all are due for new computers in this lab, but it's got about, I would say, another year or two before I really got to consider upgrading. Anyways, the computer is acting up right now. Cooper, you seem to know the text tool, right? Was that name typed in Photoshop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet. All right, so you click and hold. Oh, 1 second, let me just. The horizontal type tool is probably the most used tool for the type. To be honest, I never played with these ones before. Okay, Kate? Guys, you mind turning off the monitor, please? So wherever you click on the screen will create a layer. Now be careful. Note where you are on the layer order. So if I want this to be on top of everything, click your top layer. And when you click your text tool, it will make a layer above that layer. Fonts. Here at school, guys, you can install fonts. Okay? I'm not going to show in this lesson, but you can download fonts from the internet. Okay? I'll show you that afterwards. But let's just say you have fonts in your computer. When you type it in, say you want to say your name and do capital letters, Dave. And by default, it makes it into a 12 points. You can also increase it by clicking this. Oh, sorry. Command A, select all. Or you type it out, get your move tool, and you can enlarge it and move it any way you like. Okay? Now, the color of the text. It's different than anything else. Double click it, go back into your text tool, select it all, and look for the top dialog box, and that's the color of the text. You can't really use these colors here. So the color picker will pop up. You pick and choose what color you want. Remember, you can also bring the target color to your interface, and it'll pick up any color that you have on your photograph. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Or you play with the color wheel. All right, so that's as simple as it is. If you want to change the bold, if your font comes with a bold feature, you can make it bold. And again, moving, scaling, rotating are all options you can do with a text. Wait, I'm trying to rotate. There you go. Okay, so if you want to play with direction and be clever like that. Next and last skill that I'm going to teach you guys is layer styles. Okay? Any layer here, if you double click, but don't double click the text. If you double click the text, it just renames it. But if you click outside the text on the layer, a dialog box is going to pop up called layer styles. Okay? Sorry, it just popped up on my other screen. There we are. Now, to demonstrate this, on Dave, I'm going to activate a fun one, just a drop shadow. So by default, you'll see, if you click on drop shadow, it'll apply it. You see a little drop shadow on it, guys? You have multiple mode, but I'm going to use normal, so it just doesn't blend. These modes blend with the layers below it, so it will change the outcome. So just keep that in mind. I typically just keep it on normal. The size, the distance, the spread, all are indicators here that you can change. You don't like that black color? Click on this, pick the color you want. Now, it's not pure blue because the opacity has been changed. So if you want the drop shadow to be more intense, you can play with that as well. The angle and how it's positioned, have fun, explore the different options on layer style. This is just one attribute that you can add to an element layer. So, benefit of layers, that you can do individual things to each individual layer. That's what layers are nice. I'll show you a trick where you can copy and paste layer styles to other layers. Okay, so you have continuity. That's what an outer glow looks like. Click on that. All right, it has a nice little glow. Click on the parameter. Let's change how it looks. Go back to normal. Spread, size. Maybe something in your collage is really important to you. You want to put emphasis on it. This is a nice way of putting emphasis, not just by scale and position, but also with the layer style, making it stand out more from the rest. Okay? I won't bore you with the other ones. It's kind of a fun thing to try. And that's why I give you a lot of days so you can explore the different attributes that they can do. Maybe you want your text to look like it's wrapped in plastic. You play a bevel and boss, you go in there, you play with the depth, the size of it, where it's subtle. And remember, you can also add multiple parameters to one element. So I can apply all these effects to it. Okay? I'm going to press OK. Note, the layer has its effects, has a drop down. It's telling you that there are special effects or applied to it. You can remove them afterwards too by just clicking the eye. Or if you don't want to see what one does, you can do it instantly that way. Keep that in mind. A little trick, right click. There's copy the layer style. Go to my next layer, which is this wire A, right click and say paste the layer style. And those same attributes that were applied to that get applied to that layer. Cool little trick. All right. I think you guys are good to go. And I'm going to stop my video tutorial. Any quick questions? All right, monitor's back on and